If you're a Social Security recipient wondering whether you're getting 2 checks this week, I need you to pay very close attention right now, because what I'm about to explain could directly affect your bank account in the next few days. There's been a lot of confusion and misinformation circulating about double payments, extra stimulus checks, and special deposits for Social Security, SSI, and SSDI recipients. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe for more updates. Now, here's where things get interesting and where the possibility of 2 checks in 1 week comes into play. Supplemental Security Income, which is SSI, operates on a completely different payment schedule than regular Social Security retirement or SSDI payments. SSI payments are always issued on the first day of the month. Always. The first of every single month is SSI payment day. However, there's an important exception to this rule that creates situations where people receive what appears to be double payments. When the first of the month falls on a weekend or a federal holiday, the Social Security Administration moves the SSI payment forward to the last business day before the first. This means that if the first falls on a Saturday or Sunday, your SSI payment comes on the Friday before. If the first falls on a holiday like New Year's Day, the payment comes on the last business day before that holiday. This scheduling quirk creates a situation that happens several times throughout the year where SSI recipients can receive 2 payments within the same week, and this is exactly what's happening right now for some recipients. Let me break down the specific scenario that's causing 2 payments to arrive in the same week for certain people. When the end of one month and the beginning of the next month fall in such a way that the regular Social Security payment date and the advanced SSI payment date land in the same week, recipients who get both types of benefits will see 2 separate deposits. For example, if someone receives both SSDI, which is Social Security Disability Insurance, paid based on their work history, and SSI, which is the needs-based supplement for people with very low income and resources, they could see their regular SSDI payment arrive on its scheduled Wednesday based on their birth date, and then see their SSI payment arrive either just before or just after that date, depending on how the calendar falls. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe for more updates. Understanding this is critically important because many people panic when they see 2 deposits, thinking there's been an error or that they're going to have to pay money back later. Others get excited thinking they're receiving some kind of bonus or stimulus payment, when in reality it's just the normal schedule playing out in a way that puts 2 regular payments close together. Neither of these reactions is correct. If you're receiving 2 payments in the same week, it's almost certainly because you qualify for multiple benefit types and the calendar has aligned in such a way that both payments fall within the same 7-day period. This is your money. It's not an error, it's not a bonus, and you don't need to worry about paying it back. These are your regular monthly benefits arriving on their normal schedules. Let me address the stimulus payment rumors directly because I know many of you have heard or read about new stimulus checks coming for Social Security recipients, and you're wondering if that's what these 2 payments represent. As of right now, there is no new federal stimulus payment approved or being distributed to Social Security recipients. The last round of stimulus payments related to the pandemic were the economic impact payments that went out in 2021, and there has been no additional federal stimulus legislation passed since then that would authorize new direct payments to Americans. Every few months, rumors circulate on social media and through word of mouth about new stimulus checks supposedly coming, and these rumors spread rapidly, especially among senior communities, because people are understandably hoping for additional financial help with rising costs. But hoping for something and that something actually existing are 2 very different things. What is real and what you should be paying attention to is the annual cost of living adjustment that Social Security benefits receive each year. For 2025, Social Security recipients received a cost of living increase of 2.5% applied to their monthly benefit amount. This isn't a separate check or a bonus payment. It's a permanent increase to your monthly benefit that you'll see reflected in every payment going forward. If your monthly benefit was $1,500 before the adjustment, it's now approximately $1,537 every month. That extra $37 per month adds up to over $400 per year, which is significant money for people on fixed incomes. This cost of living adjustment is designed to help benefits keep pace with inflation and rising prices, though many recipients rightfully point out that the increases never seem to fully match the actual increase in their living expenses. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe for more updates. The confusion about two checks also sometimes stems from people receiving back payments or retroactive benefits. When someone applies for Social Security Disability or SSI, the application and approval process can take months or even years in some cases. Once approved, recipients are entitled to back pay for the months they were eligible but weren't receiving benefits because their application was still being processed. These back payments are sometimes distributed in a lump sum separate from the regular monthly benefit. And if that lump sum happens to arrive in the same week as a regular monthly payment, it creates the appearance of getting two checks. If you recently were approved for benefits after a long application process and you suddenly see a larger deposit in addition to your regular payment, this is likely retroactive payment, and you should receive a notice from Social Security explaining the amount and what period it covers. There are also situations involving widow and widower benefits, spousal benefits, and retirement benefits where someone might be eligible for multiple benefit types based on their own work record and their spouse's work record. Social Security will pay you the higher of the two benefits you're eligible for, but in transitional situations or when switching from one benefit type to another, payments might overlap briefly, resulting in two deposits in a short time period. Again, if this applies to you, you should receive written notice from the Social Security Administration explaining the payments and what they represent. Never assume that money appearing in your account is an error or free money until you understand exactly what it is and why you received it. These are your regular monthly benefits arriving on their normal schedules. Let me talk specifically about SSI recipients because this group often sees the most confusion about payment dates and the appearance of double payments. Supplemental Security Income is a needs-based program, completely separate from Social Security retirement or disability insurance. You don't need to have worked or paid into Social Security to receive SSI. Instead, eligibility is based on being aged 65 or older, blind or disabled, and having very limited income and resources. The federal SSI payment amount for 2025 is $943 per month for an individual and $1,415 for a couple. Some states add supplemental payments on top of the federal amount, so your total SSI payment might be higher depending on where you live. Because SSI pays on the first of each month, with payments moved forward when the first falls on a weekend or holiday, there are certain months each year where you might receive what looks like two SSI payments close together, but they're actually for different months. For instance, if June 1st falls on a Sunday, your June SSI payment would come on Friday, May 30th. Then your July SSI payment would come on July 1st, which is only 2 days later. To someone not paying close attention to which month each payment represents, this could look like getting paid twice for the same month, when in fact, you're receiving May's payment at the very end of May and June's payment at the very beginning of June. The total amount you receive for the year doesn't change, the payments are just shifted slightly in timing to avoid landing on non-business days. For people who receive both SSI and Social Security Retirement or SSDI, understanding both payment schedules is essential. Your Social Security benefit will arrive on your designated Wednesday based on your birth date, and your SSI will arrive on the first of the month or the last business day before the first if it falls on a weekend or holiday. In any given month, depending on how the calendar falls, these two payments could arrive on the same day, a few days apart, or up to 3 weeks apart. None of these scenarios indicates a problem or a bonus. It's simply the calendar determining when your money arrives. What matters is that over the course of the month, you receive the full amount you're entitled to from each program. Now let me address what you should do if you genuinely believe you're missing a payment or if you received less than you expected. The first step is always to check your bank account carefully and look back over the past week to ensure you haven't missed seeing a deposit. Payment descriptions can sometimes be abbreviated or unclear, showing up as SSA, Treasury, or other generic terms rather than saying Social Security explicitly. If you've confirmed that a payment truly didn't arrive when it should have based on the schedule, the next step is to log into your My Social Security account online if you have one set up. This account shows your payment history, your benefit amount, and the status of recent payments. You can see if a payment was issued and when it was sent. If the online account shows a payment was sent but you didn't receive it, that suggests a problem with your bank information or mailing address on file. If you don't have online access or you can't resolve the issue through the online account, you'll need to contact Social Security directly. The main customer service number is 1-800-772-1213, and yes, the wait times can be extremely long, especially at the beginning of the month when call volume is highest. Try calling early in the morning, right when the lines open, or later in the afternoon when volume tends to be slightly lower. When you do get through to a representative, have your Social Security number ready and be prepared to verify your identity with information like your date of birth and address. Explain clearly what payment you expected, when you expected it based on the schedule, and that you didn't receive it. The representative can check your file and determine what happened and when you should expect to receive your payment. For those of you who receive paper checks rather than direct deposit, the timing can be less predictable because you're dependent on mail delivery. Checks are mailed out to arrive on your payment date, but postal delays can mean the check arrives a few days later than expected. If you're still receiving payments by paper check, I strongly encourage you to switch to direct deposit. It's faster, it's more reliable, it's more secure because checks can be lost or stolen in the mail, and you don't have to wait for mail delivery or make a trip to the bank to deposit the check. You can set up direct deposit by logging into your My Social Security account online, by calling Social Security and requesting the change, or by visiting a Social Security office in person. You'll need to provide your bank account and routing numbers, and once it's set up, your payments will be deposited electronically on your payment date every month without any further action needed from you. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe for more updates. If the amounts don't match what you expected or you're seeing deposits you can't account for, contact Social Security immediately to clarify what the payments represent before you spend money that might need to be returned. Stay informed by relying on official sources. Be skeptical of too good to be true claims about new stimulus payments, and take advantage of the legitimate assistance programs that actually exist to help Social Security recipients stretch their dollars further. Your financial security in retirement or on disability depends on understanding exactly what you're entitled to receive, when you'll receive it, and how to access additional help when you need it. And I hope this information has given you clarity about what's really happening with Social Security payments right now.